Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 5, Week 10, Day 2. So today we got ourselves the Hellgate faction as far as completing out this out. I believe this is the second time it's actually ever been around, one of the slightly more recent ones within the game. Pretty standard, nothing really special going for it. We'll just do our 30 gems and claim our orb and everything. Could you imagine if we eventually get so much loot in the game that's not even worth doing the Tuesday faction anymore? Because the Thursday event's definitely at that point. However, this one's still very much worth it. For 30 gems, you get 2 orbs and a vault key, which is insanely good return on value. And it doesn't take that long either. So, pretty nice to claim those loots, hopefully get a blue, and go from there. Aside from that, we will probably do a bit of the world events because I don't even believe I have touched it yet. It's basically just rarity order where Reverine is the worst of the epics. However, when you first start off, it's the only epic you have to choose from, so you kind of have to go with it. Actually, it looks like we might have it all done tomorrow. By the time I get my battles in and everyone else does theirs, we should be good to go. That's pretty much what we'll be doing. World events and the faction. We might actually start with the, I don't know. We'll start with the world event, I think. Then do the faction, then go back to the world event. We do have a little bit of gems on adventure board. And did get unlucky on the other thing. Also, this is pretty much never worth it if you do have VIP. Or even if you don't have VIP and you feel like you're missing out whenever you see it, you're not. 200 gems for a random orb is pretty bad value overall. We're literally about to get 2 orbs for 30 gems. And of course, it takes a little bit more time, but still. It's much better value to get 2 random orbs on Tuesday for 30 gems than it is to buy them for 200 each. Unless you are really desperate for 1 or 2 just to craft a mythic. Or to craft a boss troop, I mean. But otherwise, there's pretty much no point you would ever end up getting that. Anyways, let's clear out basic dailies for now. And then cycle around to go do world event. Then we'll mess with the faction, and if we still have time, we'll mess with the world event a bit more. Try to get those battles in, and hopefully the guild will be done the next day or so. Not too big a deal if we aren't. A lot of people probably bought a little bit deeper because you actually have to buy up to at least 500 to get the weapon. There is a new weapon that's in the event this week. There's also a new troop, and to get that troop max, you'd have to spend 1,350 gems, I believe it is. But yeah, that's pretty pricey. Obviously, most people will stop at 500. However, I did go all the way. Alternatively, you can spend 500 gems, ascend it, and then use a blue orb on it in order to get it to Mythic. That will do the same result. Alternatively, you can just buy and spend the 500 gems and not use a blue orb and just wait until you eventually get it to Mythic by just waiting until it's in the drop table. So it will take about a month until it is in the drop table. But that is the other third alternative. Though I do advise at least spending 500 on the event to get the weapon and to get the troop to Legends. Though the troop's pretty useless, it's mostly just for kingdom upgrading purposes, of course. Which is why we maxed all the way, if it wasn't for that reason. Because it does give us 25 Stormer Grim Woods, which is permanent 2,000 gold per day. Which seems pretty small, but if you break it down, it's 14,000 per week. That adds up. If you do that for all 34 kingdom, that's a lot of gold. Oh yeah, Guild Wars! Oh no! I almost forgot this was a Guild War week. No, we need to do Guild Wars too. How could I forget? I set all the teams and everything and I actually completely forgot. Because normally when I set the thumbnail, and I already set the thumbnail to the other thing. Hold up. I did forget about that. One moment. No, we didn't do Guild Wars yet. I set up literally everything for it yesterday and it's like, oh yeah, I forget today. What a fail. But yeah, we do have Guild Wars. Actually, we are losing as well. Even if I get a 9,000, we are 3,000 down as of currently. Well, a little bit less than 3,000 down. Let's see, what rank are they within the bracket, though? Oh, we're fine. They're in second place. So we're not really that far down. It might look like we're far down compared to them, but yeah, we're actually not that far down. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, yes, I should probably go fix thumbnail. Hold up. Oh, I need to go bury under... Oh, gosh. I wish it was easier to adjust this. What is the easiest way to do this? I guess to go to here. The thumbnail probably won't be fixed till later, though. That would take too long. However, I could fix the title. Somewheres is the last time we had Guild Wars, and then I just grab it from here. Also, we're almost at week 90 for the Guild Wars. It's getting up there. Let's see. I grab this. I put this over here. I would cancel all that out. Let's see. Purple Guild War. Purple GW, Hellgate Faction, and World Event, comma. There we go. thumbnail probably will not be fixed till later. But there we go. The title is now fixed. How could I forget about Guild War? I wish there was like a bigger announcement for it in game. Because the thing for it's like always here, which always confuses me because like, oh, whatever one is active is the one. But Guild Wars is kind of like always active because you can always click on it. Always throws me off. But anyways, yes, we do a purple Guild War. As far as our team, I believe this is the one team I actually wanted to revamp. Not my defense team. Oh, the defense team could probably be revamped a bit too. What are we running for defense? Obviously, we can't do that now. No, never mind. That was the correct one for that. It was rednaZ I actually wanted to rework, which we could still do. I don't know. I still kind of want to go for the big Ketris hit. Just didn't really work out as well last time. Also, this team was like our second best last time. It's actually doing pretty bad right now, oddly enough. Not sure why. Or was it our third best? The Ogway Queen of Tanya team might have been our second best, and our best was definitely Life and Death. Because Life and Death just gets really lucky sometimes. But anyways, Purple Guild War, I do believe I want to change into a Weaver team. Right now I have it set up into a Zugoff team, oddly enough. As far as our specific purple, it is Zugoff, Green Seer, Wild Queen, and Leprechaun. However, I've been getting a bit unlucky with the skull spam lately. So we're going to try a Weaver team. So for this, let's see what we'll go for. Obviously, Arachne Weaver. That is the main component we need to make this work. Leprechaun, I feel like I will keep. Unfortunately, the only big issue with Leprechaun is we only really get one cast out of it. Alternatively, we could go and check our Empower options and see what we have underneath purple. Ideally, we'd want to Empower into green, if there is such an option. Blue to red, yellow to blue, yellow to green. Oh, poison is very bad. What an awful secondary effect. However, it does indeed do yellow to green. It is also from Zolkari, which means it does get that little bit of Zolkari synergy. Interesting. Not sure it's really worth it for that, though, compared to just having a Leprechaun. Because that Leprechaun's going to be a really big mana burst. The only big concern with Leprechaun is it's full mana blocked, which makes it kind of clunky. I think we put it behind it, but not as our last slot. So that means we'd have to do a second slot Arachne Weaver if we're going to do that, which is a bit riskier compared to having it in third. Third is the most ideal. So we could put this into second, have hero in first, and then have the other thing in last. That really comes down to what weapon we really want to use, though, because we do have to use a purple weapon. Let's see. Let's double check explodes underneath yellow these days. Because I know we've gotten more, like Twin Claws. I don't even think we had Twin Claws for the last Guild War, the previous Guild War. It's the beast version of it. So in this particular instance, does not really help us. Too bad there's not an elf one. Elf one would be really good right about now, based on what our team is. What? Doomed Ram? Heavy Splash, Cleanse, Explode 4 if the enemy has a Doom. No. Well, Explodes 4 and 3 more if there's a Doom. That's only 4. That's not really going to get us far, plus only uses the one color. We do have Reflection of Good. I'm concerned with how much mana we can get for that. I kind of want to use Archmage's hero class if we can actually get away with it. Which kind of makes me not want to use hero in first slot. Alternatively, we could actually use this thing in first slot, keep it exactly as is, put hero behind it, have a resummon, and be good to go from there. We could even have it be the same color if we really wanted to, using one of the two blue-purple ones. Summoning an elemental is probably going to get us further than summoning a summoning a Naga. And also we have the beast option. The colors of it is full block, so we do have to go one of these blue ones. So I think we go Arboreal Crystal. Let's double check the side effects on this, though. Poison, Barrier. Oh, it gains Barrier for self. That's actually not horrible. Where's the other one? Leaf Storm's pretty good, though. Destroy 3 green gems is not. Entangle first. I kind of know. Entangle can actually come in handy pretty well. I kind of like that, because we have both Web and Entangle, which kind of covers both our grounds. And then we just go for a brown-purple. Actually, brown-purple-red. Let's double check what our options are for that. Is there anything not useless under brown-purple-red? Obsidious. We can stun them, web them, and entangle them. Interesting. Are we going to do this? I guess it is. It's a really slow chip team, but it covers pretty much all of our bases. We have stun, we have web, we have entangle, we have first turn get all of our mana, we have resummon, we have mana accumulation, and we have skull damage if it comes down to that. So I kind of want to use that in front of the thing, because I really don't want Weaver dying. That is exceedingly important that Weaver does not die. Okay, and what else do we need? Purple disease. Steal life. Disease, random enemy. Oh, and we have disease. Gosh, there's gonna be so many things. Start with FAF mana. Doomstorm, no thanks. Let's see. Gain bonus purple, of course. So we could go the explosion instead. And all elementals gain a magic. Actually, the mystic one, let me double check. Do we even have an elemental on this team? Because we do have a mystic, but we might not have an elemental. Obsidious counts as elemental. I guess it's technically better to give Obsidious a little bit of magic in case we need a backup plan. Oh, then again, this hero does count as mystic. Though exploding more greens means nothing, so it having... We do have 2 mystics, but neither of them actually use magic. Well, this one does use magic, but it uses it in a way where realistically it doesn't need more magic. And this, unfortunately, is not a mystic, nor an elemental. Oh, yeah, I will just keep it as is then. Banner obviously needs to change, though. So we definitely want to go brown into... purple into... Probably something that feeds directly into Weaver. Probably a purple-green, so if Web Spinner has to go on a backup plan, it can. I don't want to minus yellow. Minusing red, I feel like, is the way to go here. Even though it's our last slot. Normally you don't want to minus your last slot. Ideally, you want to minus your first slot if you're going to minus something. However, the +1 green is much more important than -1 red. So I think it's fine. Wait, what? Hold up. I just realized something. There's 2 of the exact same banner? How long has that been a thing? I've never noticed that. Oh, no, never mind. They're not the same. Okay. Hold up. I was going to say, there shouldn't be any repeat banners. That threw me off for a second. They definitely looked like the same banner to me for a second. A +2 purple, +1 green, -1 red. But the other one's +2 green, +1 purple, -1 red. They're not the same. That confused me for a second. I was like, it's like, wait. I was going to say, there shouldn't be any repeat banners. They're never going to do that. That would definitely be a mistake if they did. But anyways, I think we're good to go. Let's just double check. Oh, that's even funny. I even wore the purple shirt today. Knowing that we had purple Guild War, yet I still forgot tonight. Because I always try to wear the correct color shirt. I just don't for yellow, green, or brown. Because I don't have a yellow, green, or brown shirt that doesn't get green screened. Well, obviously green. It would never work regardless of what green I had for the most part. But my yellow and brown shirts that I have also green screen. I'll eventually need to find one that don't. I need like a really dark brown shirt, and I need a actually, I don't think any yellow is gonna work because it's gonna have the same problem as green for the most part. Also because my green screen's like a slightly off green that has like a tint of yellow in it, so like any bit of yellow is like nope. Especially a pure yellow shirt, which is what I have, like a really bright yellow, to the point that green screen's pretty much better than actual green does, which is pretty funny. Anyways, are we good to go? I'm just double checking everything, making sure all is in order, and let's get into it. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello, hello Mister, hello NASA, hello Interception, hello Eric, hello Tyrin, hello Rogue, hello Isabel, hello Logic Slayer, hello Draco. Let's see. Mythic, but can't find any copies. Still trying to finish Hellgate. You got Judge to Mythic, but can't find any copies. Oh, what? Oh, you're trying to find more in order to... yeah, you do have to be careful with that. When you send a troop, of course, the number that you can use on a team goes down. So, for example, if you want to use 3 or 4 Judge of the Deads, you theoretically have to get 8 or 9 copies. Because you use 5 for Ascension, and then however many you have left is how many you actually can use. So if you're planning on using a team that has a lot of Judge of the Dead, you do need to get lucky and find more. But yeah, do be wary of that. It might even be better to potentially just run them as a Legendary, because it's not too big of a difference between Legendary and Mythic. And then Ascend it afterwards, if you don't want to try for more, if you don't have near infinite shards. So after the Nomapalooza, I think I have like almost 100,000 shards. It's pretty ridiculous. Is there a reason, what was that question? Is there a reason you only buy up to 3 on Sentinels? Yes, it gives you a decent amount of stats without going into too many gems. If you keep going further, it costs more and more gems. It gets pretty pricey in order to go further than 3 Sentinels. The main reason for that is the second to last, I believe, is 25 gems for the upgrade. And the very last one is 50 gems for the upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. Which in combination is, what, 200 gems? So we'd have to spend like 200 gems more. Currently, we only spend like 40 gems and like a few other small resources that are basically 0. But that's why we only go up to tier 3. It's the only requirement for my guild in regard to Guild Wars, or, you know, actually doing them to a decent degree. And, well, even that I don't really kick for, but, you know, doing them and upgrading to tier 3. But no, we don't have tier 4. Tier 5 is a requirement. Just because the payout of Guild Wars is less than what that would even give to us. So yellow to green. I haven't used this troop too much in the past. It's pretty good for, obviously, the team we're using right now. I am tempted to go for something. I'm concerned about green to purple, though, because if I convert right now, he's just going to go absolutely crazy with it. And we don't want that happening. Blue to purple is actually perfectly fine on this board, so I think I'm going to do this. This actually sets up our next turn if he doesn't do anything crazy, except he moved it in a way that it actually did not. So I think I'm just going to go for the convert. Alternatively, I can go for an extra turn yellow. I do not have cleanse off of such a thing, though, so I will still go for it, though. I kind of just want to go for Abel Crystal and hope we get lucky. We do not have a good convert here. One other thing to double check potentially is both his converts. He has green to purple, which, ooh, that'd be scary if he gets rid of that. You know what? I'm going to clear the board and just hope we get lucky. We did indeed get lucky. That's good. Oh, I forgot to set my metals. I knew I forgot one thing. There's only one slight problem with this team. We only have one green. And I have to double Weaver in order to get it to work. It's a bit of a weird situation, actually. Because I'm probably just going to have to cast this out just to clear the board a bit. He's going to have a really good convert option as well. That I cannot stop. Because we have to go for the Weaver. Luckily, he just goes for the Skull there. However, I do not really have much of a follow-up. The Obsidius helps a little bit there. We don't have enough to go all the way on anything. Trying to see if we have a good cascading explosion. We can indeed get a green and try for green off the sky. That is exceedingly risky, but probably our only chance of getting anything going here. So we shall do this right around here. And hope for a really good green sky. We did indeed get it. Nice. Okay. So I just needed one green to fall there. It's more likely because we have green storm. So of course it wasn't guaranteed, but it was a higher chance than normal that that would happen, which is why we went for it. We get the Weaver kill. Unfortunately, we're going to have to Weaver kill a billion more things as well, apparently. I cannot... Actually, I can kill his first slot, and then we just have to deal with the one convert. However, he doesn't really have anything good to really use that last convert on. Oh, do we have a good cascade here? No. Let me see. Let me move that first. Trying to see if we can do anything with Obsidius. I really hate using Obsidius because he's so hard to use correctly. These 5x5 explosions are super annoying. So if we do this, we do get the guarantee brown. However, it's not a guarantee extra turn. However, I believe there is a guarantee extra turn right here. If we do it right over here, this will give us guarantee purple turn because it goes down by 3, and that's enough to get the other thing into the other thing. So if we do that right there, that should be an extra turn off of purple. And then we go and... I feel like this team needs like another green. This thing needs to be using green. We might need to look at other mythics as an option. And just not use red, or whatever color we're minusing right now. We need like a brown, purple, green mythic that isn't useless. Maybe we'll go Wild Queen after all. Because what's the strongest brown, green, purple mythic that isn't Wild Queen? Because that's basically what we're missing right now. We don't have a second thing to feed all this green into. We have too much green. Though it could just be a one-off for this battle. That we have too much green. Plus, Obsidius gave us some really good value this battle as well. I don't know, maybe we'll keep it as is. Plus the explosion gets quite a bit more value from it. Let me just double check what all the brown, yellow, green options are. I mean, gosh, I can't say the color correctly. Too many colors. Brown, green, purple is what we need there. Let me double check every option that isn't useless. They're all bad except Wild Queen. If this was true damage, I would do it. If that was true damage, we'd go for it. But your physical damage and just worse than Wild Queen. Your skulls, but yeah. It's either Wild Queen or just keep Obsidius. I think we'll keep Obsidius. It didn't not work. My big concern here is Weaver dies. So there's two things I actually want to do. I don't know. Do we just keep it alive? We could just Abel Crystal Summon. I was concerned about Life and Death Weaver. Life and Death Weaver, always the scary things. And to have one of our best troops there is probably a bad idea. Oddly enough, first slot's actually relatively safe. I think I actually want to do it this way for this particular battle. As weird as an order of that may seem. Okay, I do need to change my banner real quick, though. We're using 20%. Actually, you know what? This is actually correct. Unless we really want cleanse, this is actually correct. 20% into 8 magic. Never mind. We were using the right banner all the time. The whole time we were using the correct one. Okay, Abel, Crystal, Arachnian Weaver, Maladessa, and Obsidius. Still need to get better at using Maladessa. I'm still not used to that convert type. It's not a troop we've used that much. But anyways, hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Bushka. Still haven't finished the hellos. Hello, Imperial. Hello, Poing. Hello, Rogue. Hello, Crazy. Hello, Hung. Hello, Roman. Hello, Gerudo. Hello, I don't know what to call you. The one with the characters. I need a name. I always don't know what to say. But thank you. And welcome. Hello, Andre, because I obviously have no clue how to read that. And hello, Vernos. Welcome, welcome. Oh, what do I go for here? We have alignment, don't we? Oh, I should have taken that 5 times red. Luckily, the 5 times red is still there. Got a little lucky there. Okay, Weaver. Should I cast it? I feel like I should. However, he's about to go crazy with blue to purple, which is not, which actually is fine. However, the other one's probably not fine. Yellow to purple. Oh wait, never mind. They're both not scary. Blue to purple is slightly worse. However, it's still good for us. So hopefully he does blue to purple. And he does. Perfect. Okay, so we'll take that down. We'll go for probably another purple. Actually, we might as well just go for Abel Crystal at this point. So we'll do that. Get a nice explosion. Ideally land an extra turn. We land it. Get the explosion. Destroy everything, because that's what Weaver does. Oh no, he drained it by 3 mana. Do I just let him have a skull here? I feel like I do. What's his convert? He's about to do yellow to purple. That actually helps us, so sure, go do that. Oh, he did. He did it instead of the skull. Except the alignment's not there anymore, unfortunately. I could try for brown off of Sky. We do have Brown Storm going on right now. Alternatively, I could just take the skull, which I think I'm actually just going to do because it brings it into Weaver range. And then we just kill it with Weaver. Unfortunately, our hero does die. However, we have a Weaver now, so everything just also dies on the enemy team. Luckily, those things are still tanking pretty well back there. Looks like this could be a little bit of an annoying battle just because he keeps blessing. Oddly enough, one good thing to do right here would be to deliberately let him have a skull so we can break him out of his thing. I don't want to give him an extra turn skull, though. I wish there was a way that we could knock down the 1x1. However, we'll stick some blue for now. Do I give him the skull or do I take myself? I guess I take myself. Nothing else to tear away his armor. Start getting Weaver up. He's going to life and death like crazy, which is going to be super annoying. And could potentially also be the death of this battle. Do we have a way to cascade that down? Yes, we do. I would have to aim it right there. There. Right there. So we do that. Oh no, it was off by 1. Never mind, I was right the first time. Fail. Oh gosh, I hate that 5x5. That actually did strategically do what we needed to do. He is now not blessed, so if we take a skull, he dies. Unfortunately, we do not have a way to take a skull. However, we might if we get a good Weaver here, and now we have a skull, and now he's dead. Strategy. That's one thing I do like about Guild Wars. The battles are so much more intense than normal battles. They're annoyingly hard, but they get fun intense sometimes. Okay, I think I want to change my team back to how it was so we could deliberately let our first slot die in order to cleanse. Alternatively, we can also just go cleanse metals. However, I'd rather just kill out whatever has freeze on it and just hope it works. Because a lot of our things on our team end their turn anyways, other than Maladessa, so. Plus we're creating green and it has immune. Oh yeah, it has kind of like that Gorgoltho team synergy on it. I almost forgot. Because we're feeding green and it's something that has immune to freeze. So that's actually kind of convenient. Also, there's a 1 in 4 chance he hits. Oh, no, he didn't. But there's a 1 in 4 chance he would. Oh, of course, we get a 5 times red on starting board. What a fail. But there was a chance he would have gone for it. Oh, no, we have a brown extra turn, too. No. That freeze got so much value. Oh, that's an awful freeze. It just got so much value. I think I have to stop his red. Because the AI is probably not going to be smart enough to go for that. So I'll do that. Okay, he didn't go for it in the way he could have taken an extra turn, but he did go for it. Do I go for convert here? I'm actually not frozen on green, so it's not too bad. I will be giving him some green, but it's not extra turn green, I don't believe. Yeah, no extra turn green, though he does get the mana itself. We are unfrozen. Unfortunately, there is not much we could do with that unfrozenness. Also, Abel Crystal at first might actually be the better strategy, like we had it for the previous battle. Honestly, the order in the previous battle might just be the way we keep with the team. It actually kind of seems to work out a little bit better because it rushes down the enemy a bit quicker, which is very convenient. So we do have them webbed, as long as we can... Oh no, they're not webbed yet. Oh no, we need to get them webbed. Getting them webbed is exceedingly important so that we don't lose. The only problem here is we do not have any way to directly take green or yellow. We could try for Sky. There's 2 different instances where we can take it. The only problem with taking this red is it's not actually progressing us any further forward on what we actually need. However, the chance that we cascade something is decently high. We did not, though. Okay, so that drags to the back, which isn't as annoying as dragging to the front, like Rope Dart. That is for sure. We can take a brown to a yellow. Yellow we desperately need right about now, so I guess we go for it. We have Skull chance as well. Did not get it. We do have a convert here, which I think we go for instead of a Skull, just to kind of get things rolling. That gives us guarantee the full mana we need for Weaver. Weaver, unfortunately, can't really do too much at the moment, though. We don't have a Cascade for that either. I don't have a movement in there. I think we just cast Weaver, just because Truffle will be, like, pretty much useless once we do. Most of his damage on his team will not really do much once he is Weavered, or once he's webbed. And even though he's going to be able to loop like a billion times, which will lower our score ever so slightly, he will barely be able to touch us unless he takes Skull specifically. So we're kind of safe as long as we can keep him perpetually webbed. Unfortunately about that, though, I'm not sure we'll be able to keep up the mana to do so, especially if he starts cleansing like crazy. Also, the order of our team is just going all over the place right now. But at least they're stunned, at least they're webbed, at least it's refreshing the stats effects. We'll take a yellow there, hope for a yellow off of Sky. Didn't get it. Got another Skull here. I feel like we keep taking them just so he can't, more so than anything. There's a brown-red chance here. I almost feel like going for that instead. It does risk Weaver slightly dying. However, I do go for the Skull first. We'll go take this, try for red. Did not get it. We do have this big explosion now. Don't believe there's a single location we can really effectively use this, though. I guess I could use it to guarantee get some purple, which at this point might be needed. Let's just make sure I don't accidentally click the wrong one. So how many down does it need to go? 4? So since it needs to go 4 down, we want to hit right here, if that's the case. So we do that. That goes down. We get our purple. Not misclick it this time. We do our Weaver. That kills pretty much everything, and then we just poke him, and then we win. Actually, we need another Weaver, don't we? That's fine. We'll do that. Weaver him. Is that not enough damage? It's not enough damage. Fail. He is poisoned right now. That's not going to be enough to go all the way, though. I get Abel Crystal him. So the only problem with that is if he gets a Skull out of it. Yeah, I think we go for Abel Crystal here. So we'll do Abel Crystal. Hope he does not get a Skull. Luckily, we hit an extra turn. And he just dies a Skull. There we go. Weird battle, but we got through. Web came in right when it needed to. But yeah, I kind of like the other order a bit better. Having, especially because it's a life and death team, gosh. Abel Crystal in first, which is a little bit weird for the summoner. But put that there, put that a little bit further back. The big issue with this, of course, is if Weaver dies. However, we'll hopefully not have that happen. Oh no, the other alternative is to bring it all the way down there. Because if our team is just Maldessa plus Obsidious, we basically lose at that point the second that happens. And both our summoners are right up front, which is kind of weird. But against a life and death team, theoretically, our third slot is no longer our safest slot anymore. Our second slot technically is, because it doesn't directly get hit by skulls. And yeah, life and death just hits a billion at the bottom. So it is theoretically safer to have Weaver in second than third. Generally, third slot is the safest spot to ever put a troop in Gems of War. However, Life and Death team is one of those few exceptions where they are not safer in third slot. Not the slightest. It's one of the other reasons why Life and Death is so meta as well, and always has been, even after they nerfed it. Just because it's a really effective team at killing third slot, which is very rare for Gems of War AI. Because generally that is the safest location to ever put something against the AI team. Ooh, that's a big convert. That's a big convert. He might have another one following too. Okay, we still have our other big convert to counter him though, if nothing else. Unfortunately, I do not believe he gave us anything good on board right now. I feel like there's an extra turn somewhere here that I'm not seeing. Is there nothing we can do to try for an extra turn? I could try for Skull off the Sky. That's very unlikely. I could try for just taking a bunch of mana and just get him Skull distracted, though we take twice the damage for that Skull distraction. Well, I think we take the Skull method. Take our purple, hope it surges, and just win and get lucky off the Cascade. Perfect. Everything that could have happened there happened. I'll take it. Big concern now is blue to purple will absolutely decimate us. The alternative is nothing. The alternative is nothing. Because there's not a single move we could do here to deny every option. Because if I take this blue, he still has that connect. And if I take this purple, he still has that connect. So I think it's either Weaver or Abel Crystal. Abel Crystal and just hope we get lucky. Or actually, even if we do that... Oh, wait. Abel Crystal's a free extra turn. It's a guarantee extra turn. You always have to double check when it's a color-related explosion that has a 100% chance of doing a color, because there is consistent setups for it. because you know exactly where it's going to explode. In that particular instance, we knew it was going to get it 4 times because of where it was located. Okay, I feel like taking another skull just to kill it. Unfortunately, we did not have another skull to go kill it. I guess we'll stun it for the billionth time. Also, say goodbye to Lycanthropy. This is the last Guild Wars we ever have to deal with it for the most part. Let's see. Do I give him skull or do I just kill him? If I take skull here, what will blue to purple do? A lot still. However, oh no, the corner! It's still an extra turn. I could Abel Crystal again and just hope we get lucky. Alternatively, I could Weaver and hope he gets skull distracted. And alternatively, I can hope he does yellow to purple, though then again, yellow purple is also extra turn. His Weaver doesn't kill with next hit, though. He'd have to double hit. Though he might have the mana to double hit between the two. I'm not sure what I want. I kind of want to skull him here. I want him to get skull distracted. If he takes that skull for 0 damage, that'd be so useful. He still might. No, he went for life and death. Oh, that's really unfortunate. It's like the worst one he could have casted. Because now he gets to also Weaver and go crazy. Okay. So I'm just going to take a purple. Hope he gets skull distracted. He probably won't. Yep, he'll just go for Weaver. Abel Crystal with that one explode. He got this crystal. Okay, we got the kill there. Unfortunately, he gets a billion resummons. However, our Weaver gets to hit his Weaver. Hopefully get a web spinner summon. And now we have an army of web spinner against a life and death that will never die. Wonderful. What a battle. Who will win? Army of web spinners or army of bandits with life and death? The true battle. Okay, Hero's about to die any moment now. We got an elemental that is completely useless. Actually, that's not true. He doubles green and purple, which is actually very convenient in this particular instance. He is not actually bad right here. I'll take that just to guarantee he gets full mana just in case we actually need his ability, because I have a feeling we might be needing his ability. Also, can you please stop summoning bandits? That would be great. I think we go for Weaver here. Actually, I almost want to go for Web Spinner. He's not going to be able to do anything with his next turn, though, so we'll do that. I really want to just go for Weaver and then go into his other ability. We somehow missed. That is really bad. Luckily, he does not use green. Better not miss with this. Okay, we somehow missed with that. Weaver gets to do its thing. Okay, Weaver, get a Web Spinner, please. Thank you. Okay, now we can win. We got the Web Spinner in first. So one consequence of that is it does get to block our mana now. However, as long as we can get another Meat Shield in last slot to deal with life and death, I think we're going to be okay. Unfortunately, he does get a bit of mana drain there. I can go for a kill here. Of course, it resummons, because why would it not resummon? It has a 100% chance to do so, seemingly. I'm going to go for another Web Spinner here. Hope we can make something work. I ideally want to chip this all the way to death range. I'm not sure we can actually take that many to do that, but we're going to try. We're going to keep doing this until it fails, and hopefully he'll be in Weaver range. He will be after this next hit. And now we win. We just throw Weaver down, and hopefully we can get more Web Spinners. He does not get a kill out of that. We'll get another Web Spinner down and hope we get the 1 mana we need. We can also go for the mix, however, that didn't really work too well last time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for a yellow here because he's probably going to resummon his bandit for the billionth time. So I'm going to do this so we can go and do that. And then he's dead. Okay, he didn't get resummoned. What a battle. And this is why I use Weaver, or wanted to switch my other team to Weaver. Because no amount of resummon trolling will ever kill us, because we can also counter resummon troll by just summoning 1 billion times. Okay, there's one big issue right here. This team does not have a good way to kill Zugoff. Oh, well, we're still going with it. The main reason why is Arachne Weaver has stealthy, so he cannot directly kill. The only issue that could happen here, so I should probably change the order back. The only big issue that could happen during this battle is he goes and casts Zugoff on our first slot, which might make it so the skulls kill our second slot, which would be very, very bad because our second slot is Weaver. This might have been a good time to bring it back a little bit. Oh, that's exactly what he did! The only way we could have lost. Oh, no. Yeah, we lost. I should have put Weaver 1 back. Oh, no. I've got a problem. Can Zugoff solo... can Obsidius solo Zugoff? The answer is probably no. But yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. Like, the only way we could have possibly lost, and he went for it. Oh, we got a Toad. Can a Toad solo Zugoff? Actually, oddly enough, it actually can. If he didn't have 31 mana right now. Because we could drag him to first and then kill him with Toad. That'd be a funny way to win. That's not going to happen, though. But it would be very, very hilarious. Oh, you lost to the Zugoff. The Zugoff. Yeah, I should have changed for the last one. That's not too big a deal. So guild's 4,000 points down. But that's still 4th place in bracket 5, so we're fine. I'm not the only one who lost once. Even our Paragon lost once. And we're currently in Herald area. Yeah, Zala lost once too. No, they scored a bit better though, score-wise. Ideally, you want to aim for 8,000 if you get one loss. So I did score a little bit lower than we would have kind of wanted. But yeah, we'll still mess around with that team. I feel like the structure kind of works. I feel like the biggest issue is not having another green troop on it, so maybe we'll replace out Obsidious next time for something else. Wild Queen will be a bit risky, however, Wild Queen does feel tempting on that team. It would fit in, the banner would fit perfectly, and everything else. Just a bit sketchy to run Wild Queen, that kind of team. We definitely have to run the Converter in first slot too, which means we're going to be blocked initially if we don't have a really good starting board for mana. Because we're going to have to put our Converter into first slot to use as a meat shield, so that Aberral Crystal and or Weaver will summon into first slot. But overall, not too bad. I'll take it. It was a lot of fun, if nothing else. I felt like that was like overly overpowered teams, so they were actually kind of, you know, normal kind of ones. I don't know, they were still kind of life and death. Life and death still ultra meta. That hasn't changed. Though if nothing else, that team did work really good against life and death. It did not lose a single life and death battle. Oddly enough, the thing that caught it was Zugaf, which is actually normally one of the easier ones. I should probably switch back to a Zugaf team for that. Because if you just use Zugaf against Zugaf, you kind of auto-win. Because you can get mana way quicker than the AI can get mana. But anyways, let's go clear out the rest of our dailies. Then we'll go mess with I guess we'll go do our faction next and might save the Ward event for tomorrow night then. I'll adjust the title. Because we might not actually get the Ward event in today. But we'll definitely do a lot of Ward event tomorrow. Let's see. Oops, I just spelled faction wrong. That's funny. I did an M instead of an N. Oh yeah, I still need to adjust the thumbnail later. We'll do that after. Let's see. Where on earth is Phoenicia? Phoenicia. Yeah, starting board really changes how you do in Guild Wars. The difference between a good starting board and not a good starting board makes all the difference when you're doing something like Guild Wars. More so than pretty much any other location in the game. Because you don't get to like redo any battles or anything like that. So yeah, once we clear this out, we'll go hand out a redeem code and then we'll go and get the faction down. And mess with that. Oh, hello, Defiant. Welcome, welcome. And also, hello, Philip. Welcome. And hello, Hitchonstrom. Welcome. All right, let's go hand out a code. And then we'll go mess with the Delve team, which of course we showed in the video earlier. Which reminds me, I still never got around to covering the other video. I need to go do that soon. The one for the new two new trips that came out on Monday. This was the one from last week, though a lot of people got it on Monday, the new Mythic. Then we have the Lord of Slaughter scroll build. And then we have the Crimson Agent with the Hatter Ascendant. Yeah, basically 3 versions of the same troop. Kind of interesting. Though, unlike Enraged Carindera, they're not just purely inferior versions, which is nice. I'm looking for... not pure faction. I'm looking for normal faction. Get the good old Guards avatar out. Go to games, go to that, 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 go to that. Paste, enter, and that should be good to go. And that's why we build all the teams on Monday. So you just copy-paste them straight in. Works very quickly, as you can see. And the only difference is you'd get them from the video with the copy-paste function instead of the in the game itself. Since obviously there's no way I could just give it to everyone in-game. Anyways, let me go do that code. Got your 4th power orb today. Nice. Congrats. Well, you're halfway to Zugaf. You're getting there. It's definitely easier than ever to try to get it, so a lot more opportunities between Nomapalooza and, well, mostly Nomapalooza. Theoretically, they added a money one too, but obviously if you're playing free-to-play or mostly free-to-play. That's not a thing. But I did add one at the end of the campaign, which we actually got last night. But between Nomapalooza, there's so many more power orbs now, as well as just the blues to be able to make power orbs, as well as the gems to be able to compete for leaderboards, though given that everyone has those resources, it technically doesn't help you. Did you watch Salty's stream last night? No, I did not. How big of a mess was it? I actually didn't. There's a lot of last minute stuff I've been trying to do before I go, because I leave in exactly 1 week from now. Though we should be getting a midday stream down on tomorrow, Thursday, and hopefully Sunday. But those will probably be the last midday streams. And the rest... Oh, and Friday, obviously. Friday we'll do in Gems of War, of course. We're doing that for the new faction and celebrating 1,000 troops. But, yeah, Saturday and Monday we won't have it. And Monday will be the last time we're around until about Friday of 2 weeks from now. Not next week, but the following week. Because I'll be gone for, I believe, 10 days? 9 days. Somewhere's around there. I believe I come back, like, very late that Thursday night. Which means our our next stream wouldn't be till after that. But basically, I'm going to be gone from, let me double check the dates. From the 3rd, so that Monday, Tuesday, August the 2nd will be our last stream until the night of the 13th, I believe it is. I forget if I'm getting back either Thursday night or Friday night. If I'm getting back Thursday night, we're doing the Friday night stream. If we're getting back Friday night, we'll probably do it on Saturday. Because I recall it was like super late. I'm getting back at like midnight or something like that. So obviously I won't be doing a stream then. But yeah, pretty much the first week or two of August, essentially. Yeah, we should be back to 13th, 14th, and we leave the 3rd. So I can still get the Monday video and everything out next week, which would be nice. Anyways, what was I doing? Code. Let me go get you guys the code. But yeah, I should go watch Salty's stream then if it was a mess. How was it a mess? What happened that it was a mess? I'm curious. Also, did she mention if she's doing a Puzzle Quest stream on Wednesday? Because, I don't think we have gotten that info yet. Unless she mentioned it on stream last night. I'm looking for code section. However, code section is hiding on me. There it is. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Click refresh, put it all the way over here. Paste the whole thing in, copy the whole thing. Put it over there. There you go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code will be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Let's copy and paste random numbers and letters starting with CW. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. There you guys go. It's unusable on PC mobile version of the game. She said she was going to delete the stream. She refused to play the faction preview because the potion gems were showing in staging. Oh, that's funny. We kind of already know about the potion gems, though. Or at least in spoiler threads, anyways. Because they just create a bunch of gems when you match them. I think it was 7 to 14, which seems a bit overpowered, so I'm not sure if they're getting adjusted before launch or what's happening with it. Let's see. What about the next boss in October? Is it good? I haven't looked that far forward. I've been trying not to look too far forward just so I don't memorize the wrong ones. Do we know when the next Gnome event will be? Yes, the 13th. Actually, the exact day I come back is the next Gnome event, oddly enough, so it's kind of convenient. It was originally going to be a week earlier, but they kind of changed all the dates with the most recent patch because they did the Nomapalooza weekend the other weekend. However, yes, 13th of August is the next Vault event, and it should also be the day I'm getting back, so it's pretty convenient because we'll probably do a big stream that day because, yeah, we'll finally be back, and we have a Vault event to do with it, as well as Nomapaloozas to go throw down, so it should be a lot of fun. We'll have a pretty big stream on the day we come back. And we can farm the Vault event the whole time. Let's see. She started streaming and did not realize that she had accidentally showed the next power gym scenario. That's funny. She shut the stream down. That's funny. Is there not a second instance that she could have opened? You could have logged out of your Steam account, because if it was like linked to her Steam account, or I'm not sure how they access it for the stream, but if they do access it through a Steam account, She could have logged out of her Steam account, just made a new one, and then downloaded Gems of War. Then I guess you wouldn't have any resources on it or anything. I'm pretty sure she could do dev hacks. I'm not sure. She could use her live account. Shouldn't all the devs have a live account of theirs? Let's see, because that's obviously not her live account, whatever she uses for the stream. Anyways, where were we? We did that, we did that, we did that. Let's go, we did the code. Let's go to the faction already. I haven't even started it yet. That doesn't take that long, especially with this team. This team's actually one of the quicker ones to do it with. Not the quickest, though. But it gets the job done. It also has a bit of a bigger kill range than what's her name? Rowain. Rowain is a bit quicker to get up, obviously. But the range at which I'm just called him Lord of Slaughter now too. Guard's avatar. The rate at which Guard's avatar, the range of damage at which Guard's avatar can hit for is bigger than Rowain. So even though it takes a little bit longer to get his mana up, it's actually not slower for the later battles. Like, it's a bit slower for these initial battles, but for the later battles, it's not as slow compared to Rowain. Because it gets to still keep one-shotting for like a whole extra delve floor too, compared to Rowain. So it makes up for all the speed it loses by doing that. So it's pretty much the same speed as Rowain, essentially, is what it comes down to. Though it might be ever so slightly slower overall. But it's not by as much of a margin as you would really think. Oh, unless that happens. Wait, was that awful lycanthropy? That was. Why? Final week of lycanthropy. This is the last. That's a good time to plug that too. This is the last. Well, everything this week will be the last for it. Oh yeah, I never did get the timer up yet. I'll still need to look up into it later. But the countdown, 5 more days until we never need to see another lycanthropy gem ever from Sky. You know what? I'm just gonna take this floor. We have enough things that we can just go for it. The one thing that can make it slower, lycanthropy. Oh gosh, I can't wait until this season is over. 5 more days, and then you never have to see another lycanthropy off of Sky ever again. That can never happen in Delves ever again, unless they add it as a random room, in which they better not add a single room that has that lycanthropy effect. That would be absolutely awful. Okay. Though we fixed the issue just by finishing out the floor. Luckily, it did it on like the lowest value floor that we could have possibly had. So it's not really too big a deal. If it happens again, that's a bit problematic. But it happening the first time isn't too bad. We can make that work. I still can't believe that. Literally the only thing that could have slowed it down is like, yep. Yes, we're getting a new gem next season as well. Basically, the way that it works is you take it, and then it generates a bunch of gems of that color. So, for example, if it's purple, it'll generate a bunch of purple gems. If it's red, it'll generate a bunch of red gems. It seems to be what I gather from the description of it so far. I'll find out exactly when it comes out, but from what I can tell, that does seem to be what it does. Though the number of gems that it spawns seems very broken. Though I'm pretty sure they're adjusting the number before it comes out. Otherwise, that could be like scary broken as far as how much it does. It's not going to be as annoying as lycanthropy, that's for sure. However, there is a chance it's slightly overpowered. Well, we won't know what the final balance is until it's finally in the game. It'll be in the game 2 Mondays from now. Not next week Monday, but the following Monday is when they'll be in the game. We'll be able to see them for the first time, what they do and all that. Also, oddly enough, we don't have an achievement for it yet. Actually surprised they didn't bother doing that yet. Yeah, 7 to 11, just such a high amount. Oh, is it 7 to 11? I thought it was 7 to 14. 7 to 11 is a bit more balanced. Though it still seems pretty high. Because that's just for one single potion. If something spawns, let's say 5 potions, and they all connect, you just basically filled an entire board with that color. So it does sound like they changed it ever so slightly then. Because I could have sworn it was 7 to 14 earlier. It feels like it should be closer to like 3 to 5, maybe? I know in Puzzle Quest 3, the equivalence of that gem does 3 gems, if I'm not mistaken. Or it does 2 to 4, I think it is. Though it's on a smaller board. So something like 3 to 5 or 4 to 6 or something for Gems of War could probably work. 7 to 11 just seems slightly high for what it is. Because one of the best hero classes in the entire game in Puzzle Quest 3 has one that does 2 to 4. I believe it's 2 to 4. It's some kind of random number similar to that. The board is smaller, but it's still very broken just because its loop potential is so high. It'd be kind of the same case for Gems of War. It's going to become very meta just because of how well it loops. Not like there isn't already infinite loops in the game, so technically adding more infinite loops doesn't really necessarily hurt the game if it already exists to begin with. However, anything that can consistently summon green potions is going to be very broken due to goblins, especially if we get a goblin that even summons like 2 green potions. That's going to become very, very strong very quick. I kind of want to see that happen. That would just be like the funniest goblin meta ever if they did that. Just a goblin that summons any amount of potions onto the board that are specifically green. And if it used green itself, it'd be even better. Like a green mythic goblin that creates a bunch of potions onto the board. That'd be a very fun broken mechanic. I want to see that now. Who knows, maybe we are getting something like that. I'm doubtful, though. I'm pretty sure nothing with the potion effect is going to be attached to extra turn. Theoretically, nothing with Lycanthropy ever got extra turn either. The only thing that can extra turn is things that do board control, but it isn't a guarantee extra turn. Not a single thing with Lycanthropy got a guarantee extra turn for their ability. So this is a very annoying box, by the way. Not sure I mentioned that yet, but for Hellgate, this is also one of the more annoying layouts. I've been mentioning that for quite a few factions lately. But this one is very much the entire bottom half of the board, pretty much unusable until you do an explosion. And yeah, I don't even think you can use Leprechaun. No, you can't even use Leprechaun for this area either. Which makes it even worse because you can't just do like the first turn explode kind of thing to get it out of the way. It's not an option. Not an option. You've had to put Voice of Orpheus at the bottom of your team because of the crazy Lycanthropy. Yeah, Voice of Orpheus, pretty good cleanser. One of the main gimmicks on it is it's one of the, actually it's the only troop in the game because they nerfed all the other ones that had it, that has both Impervious plus Cleanse. This is pretty noteworthy because it has immune to silence and can cleanse out of that mechanic. Back when it was like very meta. But yeah, it's the only thing that has a full team cleanse off of trait while also having Impervious, which is a very nice combination to have. Also, it cleanses twice, I believe, both the trait and the ability, giving it one of the highest amount of cleanses in the game while also being the safest cleanse in the game. It's very rarely used though because its damage is way too low, unfortunately. That's the big thing holding it back, and why you generally don't ever see me using Voice of Orpheus. It's a very slow troop to use. And more often than not, Beatrix is a superior version of it. Not always, but almost always. Like 99% of the time, Beatrix is stronger than Voice of Orpheus. There are exceptions to that. But Beatrix is just so quick while also having Cleanse. However, it does get countered by like Obsidious and stuff like that. So there aren't a ridiculously high amount of Obsidious teams out there, especially when you're just fighting AI and stuff like that. Players have slightly higher rate, but even for that, it's not like guaranteed that they'll have a Obsidious. It's not like everyone's running an Obsidious like they're running Life and Death. They're much less than that. Also, I just used that on extremely the wrong enemy, or a wrong ally, I mean. Also, I shouldn't have even casted that to begin with. Gosh, how hard is it to get 2 mana? It should not be that hard to get 2 mana for him. Should not be that hard. Oh, what do we need here? Well, there's always a chance they add troops of the effect after the fact. Like, just because it's the end of the Lycanthropy event right now, that doesn't mean we won't ever get something that has Lycanthropy in the future. It is likely we won't see too many things that have Lycanthropy in the future. However, there's currently nothing with a guarantee Howlstorm, so they're probably going to get something that has a guarantee Howlstorm at some point, and stuff like that. Like, just because the event with Lycanthropy is ending doesn't necessarily mean we'll stop getting troops for it. For a while, we probably will. However, at some point, there's a chance we'll see more of them at some again. It can definitely happen. Let's see. Oh, also, that one video where I was going to go over every single troop in the game, I think we might still do it, but I might split it into like 3 parts or something. And do 333, then 333, and 333. Because there's 999 currently. Because I was just doing the math on how long it would take. And yeah, that's going to be forever. Trying to put it all into one video is just not realistic. It is exceedingly not realistic. The only concern with that is people will lose interest after the first one. Like, the first one will get like a lot of views, and then the second and third one will get like almost none. At least relative to the first one. Which is the only problem with breaking it up. I just don't think I can realistically talk for like 4 hours straight. Yes, we will be streaming Pokemon Unite tomorrow and on Thursday. But yeah, I'll set up a schedule for it too. I want to get a video out for tonight for both of them as well. Gems of War, I need to get the video out for the 2 new troops that came out on Monday, but I didn't have time to do it today. And I also want to get a video up on Pokemon Unite, so I can then say in that video that we're also going to be streaming. Since we're going to be streaming today and tomorrow for it. Because it's hard for our normal streams to really get much views, because we don't really have any guide videos or anything else to really like point towards our stream. But if we do something that people might be interested in, it would kind of help with that. That, or I could go buy the new troop that's coming out. Actually, I believe it already came out right now. Well, there's like a new unit. I think you have to spend money to get it though. Which I'm not sure how you get it. I think it came out like literally as the stream happens. Unless it's not out yet. Though I would assume we're actually good at playing it. Some people in like the betas might have played it at some point. I think it was in the Chinese beta and the Canadian beta. But it wasn't in the Japanese beta that they did most recently that most people played. Oh, I did not, unfortunately. Because I was still on vacation at the time. That was the previous trip. Oh, let's see, we'll take that down. Get our yellow there. Get a nice big guards avatar in there. Also, I do want to get a Puzzle Quest 3 stream down before we go. We're probably doing that this Sunday. I want to do it before they do another patch. So they might be doing a mini patch tonight, actually. Actually, let me go check the forum. They might actually have it up right now. If they're going to do a mini patch this week, it should be up in the next few hours. I almost forgot about that. Did it happen? Nope. I'm not seeing any patch notes, and this is coming up a couple hours from now, which it might still be happening. Something tells me they're not going to, though. Oh yeah, people watched Salty's stream last night when she kind of abruptly ended. Did she actually mention if they're doing a Puzzle Quest stream tomorrow? Because the forum still doesn't mention anything about it. Because they still haven't done a stream since the most recent major patch. It's like the equivalent if they didn't do a stream since Nomapalooza. Let's see. Throw that down. If anyone has any questions and you do want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Oh, she said if she's going to stream it, it's going to be the first one? Oh, okay. All right, someone mentioned that earlier. I guess even they realize the most recent patch is horrible. Even they know it. Let's see. I'll throw that down. Oh, they're in lockdown again in Australia. Doesn't really explain why she can't do the other version, though. Who is Salty? She's the community manager for Gems of War. The main reason you might hear us talking about her is she's normally the first place we get info publicly that isn't data mined from the game. And she normally leaks stuff, as well as goes over stuff before it exists. But yeah, she's one of the developers of the game. Well, not really a developer per se, but the community manager for the game officially. And she happens to stream the game every Monday. Well, almost every Monday. And normally when she does, she goes over future content. Like this week, she went over the faction that's coming out this Friday. Because obviously we can't do that because we don't have a dev build. So we can't show stuff like that early. Gotta wait till it's actually in the game itself. Well, you know, we could see what all the troops are, of course, by going to Terran's World and stuff like that. However, we can't, like, physically do it within the game. But I never did look at the 4 troops. We might as well do that now. At this point, they're pretty much official. So let's see what the 4 troops are. So, the 4 troops. We might as well. Let's go bring them up real quick. I forgot. You got to do like a billion things when it's like this. How annoying. Copy this, do that. I'm not sure why it pops out. When you do that in a normal browser, it doesn't. But for whatever reason, in the like weird Steam version of it, it does. Not sure why that is. Wait, couldn't I just copy link address? Hold up, that's actually probably quicker, isn't it? Oh yeah, that is quicker. Hold up. That is way quicker. Copy link address. Because we don't have to deal with a whole nother pop-up because of it. And then copy link address. Where's the last one? Wait, I skipped one. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, well, since I'm here already. Grab that. Okay, so, start from the ultra rare. The next faction, this is coming out this Friday. Ultra rare, Dark, from the Dark Court. Fey Monster. This place is associated to McGrimwood? No, not McGrimwoods. I knew what it was earlier. Why did I forget off the top of my head? It is associated to the Kingdom of Golvania. Is where it's associated to. As far as the troops, oh yeah, that means this is when we finally get the immune. Oh no! I believe this place has immune to burning, like 1 or 2 of them. I believe this is the day we finally get it this Friday, which is so unfortunate. But yeah. The first one, Slaw, ultra rare, Dark Court, Fey Monster. It drains up to 12 mana from an enemy and then creates yellow gems equal to mana drain. So we have a billion troops that already like this. This is another version of it. It's basically useless. Next one, we'll do the rare. I meant to do it in rarity order. I forgot this goes down to rare. We got the Kelpie. It is a Fey monster. It's 12 mana cost, yellow-blue. Drain 6 mana from an enemy. Deal magic +2 damage to them. There's a 2% chance to devour them. Enemy for every mana drained. Interesting. Within the concept of the faction, that sounds really good. Outside of the concept of the faction, that seems really bad. Oh, wait, never mind. It's capped at 6 mana. I was going to say, oh, if you just drain all mana. Never mind, it doesn't drain all mana. It drains only 6. Never mind, that's really bad regardless. Hold up. Because that's the max of only 12 in Delve. As far as the epic, Dark Knight, it is a Fey Knight. 12 mana costs, brown, purple. Destroy a column. Drain 4 mana from the first enemy. For every purple gem destroyed. And gain barrier. That's definitely our tank. It seems like we're just gonna run one of him into like 3 of this probably. Though it depends what this is. We have Shitty? Lean in City? Lean? How on earth do you pronounce this? Lean in this, lean. I almost just want to put in like Google Translate or something. Or not Google Translate, but put into Google and like how to pronounce this. Leanicity. Leanicity? Is it leanicity? Leanicity. It seems like leanicity or something. Lean in city. It definitely seems like leanicity. That sounds very correct. Lean in city. Is that right? Lean in city. That seems close. Lee and she? Lee and city. That seems like it has one less syllable, Lee and she. It seems like Lee and shit. Lee and I'm not sure. Lean and shit. Lean. I don't know. That myth legend right there. It drains all mana from an enemy. That's much better. It drains all mana from an enemy. Deal magic +2 damage to them. And all enemies above them. Interesting, an above mechanic. We don't have an above mechanic like that yet. And then boosted by mana drained. That's very selective where you'd have to use it. However, it is a full AoE if you target last slot. So yes, you would spam 3 of her. Because you just mana drain spam forever. She also steals 2 magic from the first enemy when matching 4 or more gems. That's actually not horrible. It specifically says steal, which means 2 things. They lose 2 magic and you gain 2 magic. So every time you get an extra turn, you basically have an exchange of 4 magic. This is basically a much superior version of what they already have on Dracos1337. So if we go to Dracos1337 real quick after one-shotting this battle, we can go see that it's basically what he does, but better. So Dracos1337 reduces magic by 2 or 3, I believe, of a random enemy. Yeah, by 2. It decreases a random enemy's magic by 2 for every extra turn. However, what she does is basically 1 mana costs more, but is basically a superior version of Dracos1337. I thought her ability sounded familiar. But yeah, she's basically a better version of Dracos1337. It's a 1 higher mana cost, but it is a full drain to any enemy, a full AoE, though it only hits upwards. So you'd have to hit last slot to full AoE. And it also has boost ratio based on mana drain. So if you drain like 20 mana, she'll do 10 additional damage to everything above if their last slot has a lot of mana. And yeah, she's 25% spell reduction. Doesn't have Impervious, unfortunately, but does have the gain 2 magic every single time she does the extra turn. So she'll steal it from the first enemy and give it to herself. It's not random enemies, so you're not going to gain necessarily as much magic, but it does allow, when we're doing a pure faction, to concentrate the magic reduction onto their first slot, which could be convenient. So yeah, I believe the meta will definitely be to run 1 epic with 3 legends. Definitely seems like the way to go, and just hope you get enough mana accumulation. Don't really feel like any of these others are really going to do the mana accumulation for us properly. It's going to be a little bit hard because we're going to basically have to feed her off of yellow. Probably have a +2 yellow, +1 purple, -1 something. Will probably be the way to end up running this, because it doesn't really seem like a good way to give them mana in any kind of reasonable way. So yeah, +2 yellow banner, +1 purple, -1 something, and just build entirely into the tank, into triple of Linnishity. I have no clue. I have no clue how to say that. Lean in city? Lean. I might just call her Lean. I have no clue. We'll figure out something for that on Friday, or we'll just keep mispronouncing it. I'll see what Google has to say about it later. I've never seen that word. Is that an actual person's name? Like, is there people out there that are called that? So the first part is just called she, or is that the last part? No, the city is just called she. Okay. As far as the how you pronounce it. What is the banner of that delve? The banner is +2 purple, +1 yellow, -1 green. So pretty good banner, actually. Isn't that the color I just said? No, I said +2 yellow, +1 purple. So you would not actually use the banner. The banner you would run is... the banner that you would use is... actually, I need to click on a team. No, we use brown. This one. You would use Fell banner for the faction. because it minuses a color we don't use and it gives us +2 yellow. Kind of surprised the faction banner isn't colored like that. It doubles up on purple instead of on yellow. However, to feed the mythic better, we have to double up on yellow. But yeah, Fell banner would be the one you would use for the Friday PR faction team. It would just be the knight followed by 3, whatever you'd call her name. 3 legends. Let's just call her 3 legends. Make it easy on us. Anyways, where were we? Still got a few more to go. Let's go clear this place out. Yeah, no double banner. That was a one-off thing. I have no clue why we have a double banner. It makes no sense whatsoever. What makes even less sense is that it's intended and not an accident, which is even more confusing. Like, it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, we just happened to accidentally release a double banner. We just accidentally clicked like 2 instead of 1. We'll fix that at some point later. But no, it's like, oh no, we actually intended that for seemingly no reason. Because it definitely seemed like it was a mistake. But it's not a mistake, apparently. Which is even more confusing than if it was a mistake. Might you just mana drain the thing I need to not... Oh gosh. That's my win condition. Stop hitting my win condition. Yeah, I feel like they just release some troop names sometimes just to see how I will pronounce it. How horrifically I will butcher every single one. We have such weird troop names in this game. Also, if we do get around to doing the thing for all 999 troops, the amount of mispronunciations of some troop names is going to be so exceedingly high. I might break it down alphabetically so we do 8, 8, and 8. The only problem with that is the last 8 would probably have the least due to how the alphabet works. Since a lot of things don't start with Z or X and other similar letters. Oh, it's from Irish folklore. Interesting. Yeah, they do get a lot from, like, mythology and stuff like that for this game. They have a lot of references throughout the game for it. How about splitting it into rarity? That could actually work too. True. Hold up, that'd be a great way to split it. That's a lot of videos, though. Though it would make each video a lot more manageable, and it would also be a lot more selective. You know what? That actually would work better, wouldn't it? That's a good idea. We'll do it by rarity. That is a great idea, Philip. Though I might combine both Mythic and Boss rarity, since bosses only have 4. And we're covering a video tonight that's covering 3 of those 5. I mean, there's 5 of them. We'll be covering... Oh, sorry, no, there is 4. I'll be covering 2 of those 4 in a video. So we're definitely just going to include the bosses with the mythics. Actually, even the game classifies them under mythics. If you do it by base rarity, the boss troops do not show on the top. They show categorized with the mythics. So if I do base rarity right here, they're actually categorized as mythics. As you can see here, it's not boss troops all the way at the top. It even says mythic. So even though they're kind of a different rarity, they're also kind of just considered mythics. They're both similar and not exactly mythics. They have similarities and quite a bit of differences compared to mythics, but even the game itself kind of considers them mythics. The only problem by doing it by rarity is that would be 6 videos though, which is twice as many as splitting up into 3. Though it does make it a lot more selective, so if someone wants to check just rares, they could check rares, or epics, they could check epics. Let's see, if we just started doing that, and we started doing it on Wednesday, could I actually have that done before I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could. If I do one per day for the next 6 days before I go, we can have every single troop done before I go on my trip. If we do one every single day for 6 days. Interesting. I will have to do that then. But yeah, if we do one every single day for the next 6 days, we'll have it done before I go. And we'll do it in rarity order, starting with commons and ending on mythics, combined with boss troops. Also, that would give people a lot of stuff to watch before we go, since we will not be doing anything else. Because while I'm gone, I won't have any videos like preemptively recorded. Unless I was to do that for it, but I'll probably just already have them uploaded. But anyways, where were we? Let's finish out this faction already. Pretty much there. Yeah, that would actually work out perfectly enough. Because that means the last video would go up on the day we leave. How long does your trip last? Like 10 days or so? 9 days, 10 days. I'm leaving the 3rd and I don't get back till the 13th. And the 13th is also when the next Vault event starts, which is rather convenient. Because that means I'm pretty much not going to be missing any of the next Vault event. Or if I am, it's going to be like a really small amount at the beginning of it. But we should be back that 13th, I believe. I'm either getting back, I can't remember. But it's either Thursday night or Friday night. It's either the night of the 12th or the night of the 13th. If it's the night of the 12th, we'll be able to stream the night of the 13th. But if it's the night of the 13th, we won't be able to stream until the 14th. I'm pretty sure it's the night of the 12th I'm getting back. Because I'm technically getting back at the 13th, but I think it's like 1 or 2 a.m. in the 13th, so I'd still be around for that nighttime. Or something like that. I'll still need to double check. I didn't set up this trip, so still not really sure. I'm just going with whatever happens. It's actually the first trip I've been on in like a decade where I haven't planned like literally everything about it. Because I've done quite a few trips in the past, but since I've been an adult, there's literally not been a single trip I've been on until this one, where I didn't plan out like literally everything. Well, it'd be nice to see family again. And quite a few of them haven't seen me since I was like 12 or something. Maybe even younger than that, some of them. Some of them I probably don't even know who they are. Realistically. Let's see, we'll take that over. You also have a trip started this Monday? Nice. Yeah, mine's this Tuesday. So I'll still be able to get the Monday video out and everything. Or technically 2 Monday videos. We'll have the normal Monday video and the one going over the mythics. Are you going to see your dad while you're there? I'm still not 100% certain yet if I will be. Because that's not the main person I'm seeing while I'm there. Mostly seeing my mom's side of the family while I'm there. And she has like a gigantic family. Like my dad has almost no one and my mom has like a billion. I think she had 10 siblings? It was like 8, 9, or 10, I can't remember. Some kind of big number. There's a lot of them. Which is why I said I probably don't even know all of them. But there's a lot. Like I think double digit a lot. Very low double digit, but I'm pretty sure it's double digits. It's really high. Say thank you to your aunt, and there's 3 faces you don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I might know them, but not recognize them. Like a good majority of them, I believe I've met before. But then I probably like won't recognize them since it's just been so long since I've seen them. Should be enough to kill. Yeah, Obsidius still gets to kill even this deep, gosh. No, that was a tier 3. But he gets to kill so much further. Also, we're not even using armor right now, we're using magic. I'm not even using the right thing. We should be using 3 sets of armor. It's not too late to switch it. For the final set. No, I think we're gonna kill everything except the last room, so it's not really worth switching, I guess, at this point. But we're not even using as much damage as we could be. Because right now we're running 8 magic, and we could be running 24 armor. 8 magic is 8 damage. 24 armor is 12. Because he has 2-to-1 boost ratio. Actually, never mind. 8 magic is only 4 damage. I forgot, because it does damage based on half his magic. So we're currently gaining 4 additional damage, but we could be getting 12 additional damage if we were using... gosh, what's it called? The armor... guard's medal. Oh, literally the medal named after him. That's funny. It is quite literally named after him, and we're not even using his medal. Does anyone have any other questions? Anyone want me to go over? Let me know. Otherwise, once we finish this out, we're probably going to call it a night for now. What is the better mythic in Forest of Thorns? Let's see. There's Yasmin's Chosen and Thornwood, or Bloodwood, whatever it's called. They're both pretty bad. If I had to choose one, due to its similarity to Web Spinner and Wild Queen, which is the Yasmin one, I'd probably instead go with Bloodwood. Bloodwood has at least a unique mechanic of having Entangle Bleed, whereas the other one is basically just a copy-paste Web Spinner / Wild Queen that is just inferior than both of them. There's like not a single instance you would really use Yasmin's Chosen in the current state of the game. So even though both of them are pretty bad, I'd probably go Bloodwood, because at least he has more of a unique mechanic as to what he does, which might make him ever so occasionally useful. They're both really useless troops though. Like, you're probably never going to use either of them. Oh no, we're short. Oh no, wait, do we still have a sigil left? Okay, good, never mind, we still have a sigil left. Hold up. I was gonna say, alright, we still have 1 battle left. It's because we skipped that one at the beginning, otherwise we would have had enough points. But because we had shenanigans happening on the very first floor, I skipped it. Oh, there we go, now we have enough points. Give me that other orb. We got, what, orange on the previous one? Let's see what we get here. Blue, please. Blue, purple, make it all worth it. Yeah, blue. Okay, that was so worth it. See, this is why you do Tuesday events. You sometimes get blues. I have so much trait stones now. And it is so like an infinite Volkeys. It feels nice. And we'll have 1 billion more soon once the next Nomapalooza hits on August 13th. We'll be grinding it out quite heavily. Plus, we still have plenty of Nomapaloozas to use. Even if we don't farm that many, though we will be farming quite a few of them. But we still have 13 Nomapaloozas left. We won't be using all of them. Or sorry, 14 Nomapaloozas left. And oddly enough, we actually have tie on 2 and 4. So far, 4 has been our absolute lowest. Though apparently at this current moment in time, they are tied. Which is rather convenient. Also, next season, I assume, is either red or brown. Based on these numbers. But anyways, guys. Oh yeah, the next Mythic next Friday. I don't know. Is it any good? I guess I'll take a little peek at it. Though it could still get reworked by then. And then we'll call it a night. Let's see. What's the Mythic next Friday? Where'd it go? Should be like right here. There it is. Oh yeah, this was useless. Didn't I already check this earlier? This is basically an inferior version of Beatrix, I believe it was. What troop was it? There's like some troop that this is just inferior then. Astral Mother. It is a mythic from Divine Fields and is a divine centaur. It is yellow, green, purple, so same colors as Weaver. It removes all gems of a chosen color, then deals magic plus 10 true scatter damage, boosted by gems removed at a 5x boost ratio, so if you remove 10, it does 50 additional damage. This is basically just a weaker version of Beatrix without extra turn. You can still extra turn off it, however, it's not really too good, and its bonus effect is give reflect to a random ally when matching yellow gems, which is also going to be rare because it doesn't create yellow gems off of its ability. It does have Impervious, so I guess it has that going for it, which is something that Beatrix does not have. However, in most situations, it is just stronger to use Beatrix than it will ever be to use this mythic. It is essentially just a weaker version of Beatrix. Even if Beatrix gets nerfed, it's probably still a weaker version of Beatrix. Which just goes to show how underwhelming this mythic was. Even if it was 20 mana cost, you'd probably still use Beatrix instead. And you can't really use it with Arachnean Weaver because it's true damage, or it shares the same color. Like, this could work with Weaver, but because it shares all the same colors, you wouldn't even bother, and you would just use Beatrix instead if you wanted to do so. So there's almost no situation where you would use this instead of Beatrix. In like 99% of times, if not more, you would just use Beatrix, which makes this a very, very bad mythic. The mythic itself, as far as what it does, isn't horrible, but its comparison to Beatrix makes it very underwhelming. I guess the only instance where it could potentially work is if you're using a lot of explosions. It theoretically gains mana at about the same rate that Beatrix does. So, yeah, I guess it's not much of a plus. Because Beatrix is like, what, 16 mana cost, and this thing is 24. So theoretically, 16 into 2 manas is the same as as exploding into 24 with 3. Yeah, Beatrix is 16, right? Or is it 17? Otherwise, it does technically... Yeah, it's 16. It's literally just the same thing as Beatrix, but weaker. And basically, every possible thing about it is just weaker than Beatrix, with the only exception being that it has Impervious. So unless Impervious is so ridiculously needed for your team, you would just run Beatrix instead. Unless you absolutely direly need to have a Beatrix that happens to also have Impervious, but then you're also giving up Cleanse. So, yeah, you're pretty much just always using Beatrix. Unless it's some kind of weird Obsidious team where you still need true damage, in which case you just use Weaver. So is there any instance you would really use this mythic? I am not sure, but we'll still mess with it when it comes out. But it's basically a weaker version of Weaver or Beatrix in every possible way. There's almost no instance where you wouldn't run either Beatrix or Weaver instead of that mythic. It's just such a weird mythic because it kind of already exists within the game, and they're just adding something that's kind of just worse. Yeah, it's higher rarity, which just doesn't make much sense. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. I'll also be doing a midday stream for Pokemon Unites. Not sure exactly when we'll be starting, but probably at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is in, what is that, like 14 hours from now? 14 and a half? Somewhere's around there. I will be doing a Pokemon Unite. They're actually adding a new Pokemon tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to access it, though, because I believe it's going to cost, like, gold, which I probably don't have enough to get, or money, which I'm not sure if we're going to buy it or not. But I don't know, we'll see. We might use it and buy it. Hopefully they'll give you like a little bit of a time period where you can like try it for free to kind of entice people to buy it. Though I have a feeling they're not going to do that, so everyone who wants to use it immediately will have to go pay money or happen to have enough gold saved up, which is rather unfortunate because we don't have enough gold saved up. So they're kind of doing that to try to bait people into spending a few bucks. Because I'm pretty sure it would only cost a few bucks, but if they keep doing that like every few weeks, it's going to add up pretty quick. I don't know, we'll see. But we'll still be messing with some other characters. We're going to get Cinderace for free tomorrow. We got Crystal for free today, which I've never showed on stream. So we'll still have more characters to do. Yeah, we'll do more Jungle Garchomp too. Jungle Garchomp OP. It's actually pretty good. But I don't know. I kind of want to try like an actual like jungler that can actually gank at some point. I really want to try Absol. The only problem is it costs like 10,000 gold, which takes like forever to farm within the game. There you have to spend like $5-6 bucks, which is pricey just for one character because it would add up after how many they plan to add. Currently the game has like 20, but they definitely plan on eventually being like 100 plus characters at some point. Like it's pretty high how much that would cost over time. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll be back soon, and I'll catch you guys later. Oh wait, there's one last question. Though it hasn't popped up on my other screen. Where is it? There it is. Which one is the easiest kingdom to farm Anu or Nisha medals on level 12 difficulty? Currently, this is Golvania. The main reason for this is if you're using a burning team that does triple damage burning, in which case I personally use a Zugov build. But the main reason for this is there's not any kind of annoying mechanics here like Revive or Empower. But the other reason is at this current moment in time, Golvania has 0 immune to burning. This is really good for Slayer hero class as well as a few others. The Slayer has the best overall damage, where it does triple damage on burning. There are several hero classes that when fully maxed at level 100 deal triple damage to burning enemies. And you can do burning off of Zugov, also creating skull spam, and then do straight into that triple damage that the hero class has. What's nice about Golvania is there is currently at this moment in time 0 things in the kingdom that have immune to burning, which is very useful because, yeah, it's really good for farming. Alternatively, there are other teams that can explore 12 farm, in which case some other location might be slightly more optimal. However, Golvania is not a bad location. Like, pretty much any explore 12 team can run in Golvania, like an Iron Gut one, a Skull kind of like Mang-related one. Pretty much anything you really want to run, like a Truffle Infinite Loop. Like, they would all work here because a lot of the annoying mechanics don't exist. There's no spell reduction here. There's no Revive on death here. There's no Empower here. Like, all the really annoying mechanics that would slow you down in any other kingdom doesn't exist in Golvania, at least currently. That could change in the future, of course. But as it currently stands, it pretty much has nothing of really annoying mechanics. It does have a almost entirely immune to poison, but that's not relevant for anything other than a Scorpius build. But Scorpius definitely can't be run there. Though maybe it would have stunned, because I think it has like 0 imperviouses as well. Yeah, it has to if it doesn't have any immune to burns. So theoretically, you actually could run a Scorpius build if it had Obsidius on it. Though I'm not sure anyone's really running Scorpius build anymore. Just because we really need a stun poison. If we ever get a stun poison, Scorpius is going to be so meta. If we get like a curse poison or a stun poison, like if we get like a curse poison, it might seem like really, really bad. And then it's going to be like, oh, wait, that has synergy with Web Spinner. Oh, wait, it has synergy with Scorpius. It would actually then end up becoming the strongest thing pretty much in the entire game. Like, on paper, like, if you just, like, a poison, it's like, oh, that's going to do almost nothing. And you look at Curse, it's like, oh, that's okay. And then you look at them together, it's like, oh, no. That's going to be, like, the most meta double in the entire game. Yeah, that would actually be stronger than, like, ultra ridiculously broken ones. Like, if there was a silent freeze. Like, I'm pretty sure Curse Poison would actually be stronger than it. Like, any double combination. Just because of its synergy with Web Spinner and Scorpius. For how ridiculous it would be. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys soon. And thank you all so much for watching.